everyone. My name is Eugenia, and today we're going to be talking about human values. I'm here with my colleagues, Brenda.
Be here.
Migdersi. Hi, everyone.
So, human values are the virtues that guide us into taking account of the human element that unites us with other human beings. There are many positive dispositions that create bonds of humanity between us. And today we're going to be asking, who do we think that teaches values, whether it's school or family? Who do you think teaches
I
them?
think that the family teaches them, and just the school make a help to development.
Okay, who do you think who teaches them?
I think the same that Brenda says because, no, that's not the same. I think that the family make a base, the values, or the human values, and before that, the school do more, well, give support. But I think that the family do more part of the work,
So you think that school actually teaches something, or they're just basically
reinforcing the values.
Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you here, because not everybody has a stable family. Like, for example, you may have with your parents, or you live with someone else. There are a lot of cases where you live with your uncles, grandparents, or parents that have issues between them, so you learn the bad things. When you go to school, mostly the teachers aim for you to do what's correct for yourself and for society.
Well, but if you see that if you see that your parents are making bad things, you are not going. It's going to depend for you to do the good things or the bad things.
Well, I think that if you want to take the values, you should take them. It's not like you're not going to take some values when
the same.
the people is not teaching you.
Well, yes, but if they're having problems, they're the main influencers for your life. So what you see in them is what you're going to reflect of yourself.
Well, it's a point. It's a good idea, but you think?
Yeah,
something-
but you're saying that the family teaches, but you're also saying that family teaches also bad things. So do
They
you think
could.
that school could correct that, or in contrary, school could teach bad things?
Well, it depends, because there are a lot of situations where school um, say this thing but show another. They say don't fight, or
Keep
don't
quiet.
don't speak incorrectly, but you see other classmates doing it, so you think it's correct, so you joined perhaps the band of your classroom.
So you think following not only the teachers but mainly your classmates and your peers?
Yes, it depends, because you could follow the good things of your parents even though you know they're mostly bad things. It's your decision, because if you want to take the positive things about everything, you could, but there's also the negative. You can say, well, I'm not gonna take it, or I'm gonna take it because I think this could do this. It depends on who thinks like that.
Well, I think that if you have the values from home, you decide if follow your classmates or not.
Yes.
It's like
You see that your classmates are doing bad things. You're going to say no. Don't. You're not going to do it
Yeah,
to participate. Yes.
yeah. Well, it depends on everybody, because, like you said, you can do the good things. You can take the good things about everybody, and also depends if you want to take the bad things. So it's for my opinion, it's 50-50. It depends on the person and what way do they think.
But if you already know the values, like it's like, don't do that. Oh, that's wrong. Hey mate, that's wrong.
Yes. You
Don't
you
do
see
that.
it in every day that if she or he are making bad things, you're going to decide if you do it or not.
It's your decision
your
to
decision.
follow.
So, do you guys think that there is like a very important value, or do you think they're all the same?
I think that respect,
Why do you think that?
because it's like the thing that develops the other values.
So you think respect is the base of every single value? Do you agree?
Well, I do agree that respect is one of the most important values, but I don't think it's the most important. I think compassion. Compassion that you show a person who is sad, who is mad, or who is, if any way, not good. Compassion could help them realize the good things of people. Sure, respect is very important, but for my opinion, compassion is the most important.
Okay, so to close this, you think that there's other values other than respect, but do you think that?
Oh yes, well, you said that you have compassion for a person that it's sad or something like that.
Yes.
I think the same, but well, the respect is the most important value. But if another person don't treat you with respect, why you're going to treat the same?
Because of compassion.
Oh,
If you don't get the respect you deserve or you want to, you can just forget about it and you say, okay, you don't respect me, I will respect you because I have compassion for you. You're another human being like me.
I not
I
agree.
I don't think you're more important than I am, or I'm more important than you are. I think everybody should be on the same level, and that's what compassion brings to the table.
So in conclusion, do you think that compassion is one of the most important values? What do you think?
Well, I already think that. Well, I already said it that it's respect, because if you start being respect with other people, the people will have respect to you, and there's that bonding.
Okay. So in conclusion, we think that family are the ones that teaches the values, and family teaches you respect and also compassion though.
Yes.
And school, what does it do?
Well,
Helps you to development all
Helps.
the things that the family teaches.
Yeah, it could reinforce what you already know, but it also could teach you new things,
So school is a reinforcement.
but
So-
also a new way to learn other things to apply.
at school, you're not going to learn values. You're going well. The school are going to help you
Reinforce.
to reinforce values.
Okay. So I think that, well, in my personal opinion, I think it's 50-50. I think that school basically just reinforces but also teaches you new things like friendship, brotherhood, loyalty even.
Exactly.
And well, that's about the time we have for this topic. But coming up, we're going to be talking about addictions and drugs and mainly other stuff. So please stay tuned.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Miedo,
Racismo.
Impotencia.
trauma,
Abuso.
Agresor.
violencia,
El acoso tiene 4 caras. Quien lo disfruta, quien lo observa, quien lo calla y quien le pone límites. Di no al bullying.
Good afternoon, dear Addition. Today, our team
in representation of Escuela Secundaria Técnica número 14, 5 de Mayo, is going to discuss about addictions. So, hi Diego, how are you?
Hi, fine, thanks.
How Edwin, how are you?
Hi.
Hi Karim, and you?
Fine.
Hi Jorge, and you?
Hi.
Okay. So, I will now give a summary about what is an addiction. Addiction is a chronic but treatable brain disorder. People who are addicted cannot control the need for alcohol or other drugs, even in the face of negative health, social, or legal consequences. This lack of control is the result of alcohol or drug-induced changes in the brain. Those changes, in turn, cause behavior changes. Addiction grows more serious over time. Substances use disorder travel along a continuum. This progression can be measured by the amount, frequency, or context of a person's substance use. As their illness depends, addicted people need more alcohol or other drugs. They may use more often and use in situations they never imagined when they first began to drink or take drugs. The illness becomes harder to treat and the related health problems, such as organ disease, becomes worse. This is not something that develops over time for an individual. Generally, there is a series of steps that individuals goes through, from experimentation or occasional use to the actual loss of control of use. And it's really that process that defines addiction. So, now Karim is going to ask some questions to you.
I would like to know, what do you consider an addiction?
Well, an addiction, I think that is he can control a thing, and they need something like alcohol, drugs. So their brain is like disconnected for him, and he can think and clear.
Okay, and for you, what is an addiction?
Well, addiction for me is the dependence of drug or activity, and you can control that.
Okay, and in your opinion, what is an addiction?
It's a brain disorder.
Okay. Why do some people become addicted?
Maybe because these people have problems in your family and with friends and community. These problems make you addicted.
Do some people become addicted in your opinion?
Because they want to integrate with a specific social group, so they smoke weed.
Okay, and why do some people become addicted in your opinion?
Well, I think that because in his house have stress, abuse of his parents, and well, he are very depressed and he can control. So they need a thing to control or being like in a zone that it hasn't stress.
Okay.
I think the people become addicted because they want to be part of a group of friends, and their friends do not accept them as they are. So they need to get addicted to this drug to be more cool for them and to be part of them.
Yeah, like belonging, right?
Belonging, exactly.
Okay. What myths of addiction do you know?
That the weed makes you feel better.
You think it doesn't makes you feel better?
Yes, more calm.
Okay. What myths of addiction do you know?
Well, I know that the drugs make you feel great and make you feel cool. That's all.
What myths of addictions do you know?
I think that some guys say to give them that he's not addicted, so they can consume and only for one time.
What myths of addictions do you know?
I've heard that weed is relaxing for somebody. It makes you feel unstressed. It makes you feel calm, but I don't think the same. I think it's more, well, it can be, but you are prolonging feeling bad, and you are going to start being addicted to that substance. So, other myth that I have heard is that cocaine makes you feel exactly relaxing, and it makes you feel calm as well.
So you think that drugs in general don't make you feel calm?
I think they don't make you feel well.
Okay, and you? What do you think about that myth? Drugs make you feel calm? Or don't?
Yes, because their substance have a effect in your brain and makes you feel happy.
Yes, substance makes you like your brain to put asleep, so you don't remember exactly what you're thinking right now. So you are in the state of relaxing and calming and not thinking about what you're doing.
But the drug is not the thing that causes it. It's your brain.
Yes, it is.
And what do you think about that?
Well, I think that the drugs kill slowly, but you don't care because it feels relaxing and things that is best for your body or your brain. So I think that the person don't care what is happening in your brain.
Do you think that family situation affects for becoming an addicted?
I think yes. Firstly, in your family, they have to teach you that drugs are not the way to go if you are in a problem. So, in that situation, family needs to teach you that drugs are not good. Only in certain amounts, there are the medicines that the doctor sometimes tells you to consume. That's why that medicines have a slow-term use, and you don't have to be using them constantly. So in family, they have to teach you that. If they doesn't, you are going to be seeing that other people do that, and that's the way to go where there is not.
You're going to think that that's a good thing to do.
Yes, exactly.
And what do you think about that?
I say yes. If you have problems in your family, it's a problem to use drugs, and your friends say, try it, this drug, try this cigarette, and if you try it, you're going to stay or feel relaxed and calm.
What do you think?
That it's correct. Like, if you have a problem in your house, maybe your solution to that problem was have an addiction like that.
So people can start being addicted because family problems or family situations, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, and economical situation can't afford to become an addicted.
Well, I think yes, because if they go into the internet, they can sell drugs without prescription, so they can consume and sell.
Oh, there's also the sale part. What do you think?
I say yes. If you have money, you are going to consume drugs and you are going to buy drugs. But if you don't have money and you need drugs, you are going to have a bad economy.
Okay, and what do you think about that?
I don't think no, because if you don't have the economic resources, you can buy some drugs. It's weird.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, in the most of the times, the kid or the young adolescent, he consumed the drugs because his friends or or maybe his family thinks that it's very cool to consume, or they say if you consume this, it's very relaxing, it's not addicted, and he can consume, and his body is not happy now, nothing.
Okay.
From this economical perspective, I think drugs are really bad because when teenagers doesn't have the money to afford them, they are going to be start robbering or shoplifting to consume them, and this is definitely not correct in the society. So this is not only affecting them, but the society.
Right, because they are stealing money to get in drugs, so that's bad thing.
Yes.
And what do you think about medical use?
Medical use. I think drugs are perfectly well for medical use, but they have to be in slow portions for not being coming addicted to that substance. That's why doctors in the recipe they only getting the medicine for 2 days or 3 days and not exceeding that time.
A little comparison.
Yes.
What do you think about medical use?
I think it's a good option, but only if you have a control of this drug. If you don't have control, you're going to have a dependence of this drug.
Do you think that when somebody starts with a drug by medical use, he can or she can become an addicted?
Yes, because he can like giving money to the doctor to give it prescription and more, and he can buy the drugs and his friends, not only for them. And I think that he can consume, but his parents or his doctor can never know to what he's doing, if he is consumed in a slow portion or big.
What do you think about that?
No, because if the person have a prescription, they follow the rules that the doctor said him.
I think that sometimes they need it that much that they start buying big, like more than the doctor say that they need for this illness. So I think
Yes, there are sometimes you feel so bad that you start thinking, well, if I get more of this medicine, I would feel better, no? And you start consuming it more and more, and it can produce an addiction. That's
you're totally right.
So, in conclusion, we can say that addictions are not the way to go if you are in a problem or you are stressed. I think you can go with your adults and tell them what's the problem and how they can motivate you to make it go away.
Hey tú,
Sí, tú.
¿Sabías que de los 17.3 millones de personas que hoy padecen tabaquismo,
¿ya fumaban de forma regular antes de cumplir 18?
En las escuelas secundarias técnicas del Distrito Federal llevamos a cabo acciones en contra del tabaquismo.
no te claves con las adicciones?
Infórmate al teléfono
5786-0300.
O ingresa a la página www.clinicadeltabaco.org.
Vive sanamente tu vida.
Buenas tardes, soy la maestra Karina del Rey y vengo con muchísimo gusto con mi equipo de trabajo de los alumnos de la secundaria técnica número 14 que están presentes aquí porque ellos se acaban de certificar en los niveles de Cambridge The First Etiquette con promedios muy altos y por eso nos invitaron a participar en este debate en inglés. Realmente los invito a todos los alumnos de diferentes técnicas que se preparen en inglés y que presenten la certificación, puesto que esto les da la oportunidad de crecer y de avanzar en sus estudios y además de tener una amplia y gran promoción por sí mismos de ustedes en otros idiomas. Les agradezco mucho su presencia, espero que se unan a nuestro equipo de certificación y que en sus escuelas promuevan el que ustedes se certifiquen en inglés y que tengan un amplio conocimiento. Créanme que es un apoyo enorme para ustedes mismos en sus posteriores estudios académicos. Se los agradezco mucho y en este momento Ángel nos va a hacer la despedida también.
Bueno, eso es todo de nuestra parte. Mi equipo de inglés le da mucho las gracias, nuestros compañeros, y nosotros agradecemos a nuestra maestra de inglés, Karina del Rey Cruz. y a nuestras autoridades, el director general de Educación de Escuelas Secundarias, el licenciado Manuel Salgado Cuevas, y a nuestro director de plantel número 14, Ignacio Javier Guevara Quintín. Muchas gracias a todos por escucharnos.